Hello internet friends! Today we're going on an adventure. What kind of adventure? Well, an adventure to the thrift store. Pretty much the only place that I'm going to these days. It is creeping up on fall time and I thought I would bring you guys along on a thrift with me adventure. Lately I have been inspired to shop for my own personal wardrobe, mainly because we're changing seasons and fall time is my personal favorite time to shop for clothing. I thought I would put together a video about how I personally shop for very chic and modern clothing. I am always inspired by old vintage photographs. Think of like Elizabeth Taylor, Grace Kelly, Audrey Hepburn, Princess Diana, all of their outfits. I mean, I am constantly looking at Pinterest and mood boards based on their style. So I thought today I would bring you guys along on a little thrift adventure. So without further ado, let's go thrifting. Start with the foundation. I normally beeline it straight to the trouser pants the moment I enter into a thrift shop. Trouser pants are just like oversized, comfy pajama pants. So they're naturally what I gravitate to. Few things that I always look for in trouser pants: make sure the lining is still intact. Silk is your best friend, but it's also something that you need to look over meticulously. Pleating, fabric content, belt loops are a must. Yeah, let's be real, in the 80s and 90s, your mom probably wore these pants to work. Nowadays, honestly, they're some of the comfiest styles that I love to wear just running errands and just doing day-to-day activities, because they just honestly elevate a look with still being chic and casual all at the same time. Neutrals and monochrome always wins. The easiest way to put together a classic outfit, in my opinion, is to look for neutral tones. Monochromatic is instantly going to elevate it. I've talked about this numerous times in videos, but this is why I say pick a foundation first, because the longer you look, the more you're going to find things that fit into the color scheme that you've already looked for. I lucked out with these beige tone trouser pants, and then I also found a beige tone top. Even though they're not the same exact color tone, they still fit into that monochromatic territory. Other palettes to look for are camel tone, nude tone, really anything in the muted family. Feel out that soft, luxurious fabric. When I'm looking for tops, honestly, I can pretty much scan the racks at this point and pinpoint where the silk is located. Vintage silk is always going to be a good idea, especially if you can find silk that has ruching details. I lucked out with this minimal brown draped sleeve blouse. You could call this like a balloon sleeve look. It's got the ruching details on the shoulder. It's a winner. Map out your looks ahead of time. Some might call this manifestation, but honestly the realist in me is just like, yeah, this probably was just at the forefront of my mind, so I lucked out in finding it. I've been eyeing these trouser pants by Jessie Cam for quite a while now. I mean, as much as I would love to manifest those trouser pants into my life, let's be real, they cost $300. I think I would much rather thrift them. So I just so happened to luck out and I found a pair of Uniqlo pants. They maybe aren't the exact dupe, but they do the trick and I like the style. On top of that, I lucked out with finding an Everlane t-shirt that is super cute, super casual, and honestly completes the look that I was going for, that I keep seeing all over Instagram right now, that I just absolutely love because it's such a cute, casual, comfortable style, but still effortlessly chic. Don't skip the accessories. Probably the most overlooked section, because let's be real, by the time you're done going through all the clothes, you're absolutely exhausted. The belt section is always a tough one, but again, vintage belts are where it's at, so I always have to dig through that section to see what I can find. I honestly was kind of nervous at first because it looked like it was wildly picked over. I lucked out with this brown ostrich leather belt. Now, I know what you're thinking with belts. It's not that easy to find a belt that's specifically in my size, and that's why honestly you need to invest in a leather punch tool. These are a lifesaver. I use them all the time on my belt collection. I won't if I'm gonna sell the item, but if it's something that I'm gonna keep in my personal collection, you can turn a belt into any size that you want. Because this belt now sets the tone with trying to find gold, so go-to tips: look for leather belts with expensive embossing, nice hardware. We're talking like a solid gold, metal hardware. And as far as jewelry goes, let the belt set the tone for the style hardware that you're gonna try and match to it. Let's talk outerwear. 'Tis the season for outerwear in most places. In LA, it's still not, again. 100 degrees. This goes back to quality. I will always look for vintage coats. Consider trying on midi length to maxi length. This honestly is always going to elevate an outfit. I always look to high street fashion for inspiration, especially like during Paris Fashion Week, New York Fashion Week. Any of those street style looks are honestly what I gravitate towards when I think of a chic outfit and on-trend style. And 9 times out of 10, you're gonna see girls walking around with midi to duster length style jackets. Last but not least, even though I don't wear them very often, I still do consider them the ultimate level of chic, and that's dresses. I always look for ruching and the cut of the dress. And of course, I mean, come on, it's so obvious, go for vintage. The quality is gonna be so much far more superior than the quality that is out there right now. And this is coming from someone who has thrifted modern day clothing for years to resell. The quality, it's so obvious when you find a modern day piece versus a vintage piece. There you have it, folks. What were your favorite looks? Let me know down below. I hope this inspired you guys to get out and refresh your wardrobe with some chic and modern finds. There's so much endless possibilities at thrift stores. Thanks so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. And also, side note, I keep saying today as if like right now I'm gonna physically get up and go thrifting. It's not how it happens. It's not how that magic happens. This is YouTube, y'all. This happened like days ago.